Thank you so much, Lisa. And good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us for this Military Resources webinar. My name again is Tiffany Johnson, and I serve as the Navy School Liaison Officer for Naval Support Activity Hampton Roads. I bring you greetings this evening on behalf of our commanding officer, Captain Jonathan Klein. As School Liaison Officer, or SLO, SLO, as we are commonly known, I have the privilege of working in partnership with Chesapeake Public Schools, as well as military families who currently live or who plan to transition to the city of Chesapeake. My husband, Corey, he retired from the Navy after 25 years of active duty service, and I have been a SLO for the past 5 years. Tonight, for tonight's webinar, I'm going to share with you my role as School Liaison Officer, discuss the 7 core services SLOs provide military families and schools, and share information and resources available for military-connected families and schools. So let's get started. As SLO, I am the person who links everyone together. So I serve as a conduit between my commanding officer, military families, K-12 schools within the city of Chesapeake, and military and community agencies. We essentially link everyone together and help in matters that pertain to student education. There are roughly 60 SLOs nationwide, and we're fortunate to have 6 Navy SLOs right here in the Hampton Roads area. We support all service members regardless of their branch of service, and we are each attached to 1 or more school districts. Our mission is to support schools and installations with the complexities of transition and deployment while providing military families the assurance that someone has their child's best interest. So here's some fast facts. Virginia has over 80,000 military-connected students, the highest number of military-connected students in the nation. And with over 7,000 military-connected students, Chesapeake has the 3rd highest number in the Commonwealth. So with these numbers, it's important that our schools understand and appreciate the contributions of our military-connected children and families, and that our schools and communities have an awareness of military lifestyle and culture. So did you know? Many people have never heard of a school liaison officer, and the program it really isn't that old. 2009 is when school liaison officers started working with school districts in the Hampton Roads area. But we have 7 core services that we provide to assist military families and schools. So the first core service, school transition support. This is probably the biggest part of my job. And as you can see in the picture, we have a child attending school, one school for 2nd and 3rd grade, another for 4th and 5th grade, another for 6th and 7th grade. On average, military families transition every 2.5 to 3 years. So it's common for a child to attend up to 3 different schools for elementary or attend 6 to 9 schools by the time they graduate. With transition comes a unique set of stressors military families often experience. Saying goodbye to old friends and making new friends, deployments, changes in curriculum and graduation requirements are just a few of the more common ones. SLOs work in partnership with school districts to help level the playing field for military kids and ensure they are afforded the same opportunities as their non-military connected peers. When families reach out to their SLO before they move, we can front load them with helpful information that will ensure a smooth school transition. Information like how to register, understanding that where you live determines what school you're zoned to attend, or that you need a school physical before your children can start school at the elementary level. Those type pieces of information are very helpful to know prior to moving to a new location. So we're really excited about the Virginia Distinguished Purple Star Award. This award is presented to military-friendly schools that go the extra mile to provide military families with resources, like having a military link on their website, the military link on the website, and they also help military-connected children feel welcome and a part of their school community from their first day. And oftentimes schools do this by having a student-led transition team. This is very important, that peer-to-peer support to help students get acclimated to their new school surroundings. So I'm really excited because this award has been in existence for 2 years. And with the first year, during the first year, Chesapeake had the highest number of Purple Star schools in the Hampton Roads area, and the second highest for the Commonwealth. And at this time, with just 2 years into this award, all of the middle and high schools for Chesapeake all have earned the Virginia Distinguished Purple Star School. And then we also have several elementary schools that have earned the award as well. So we're talking half of all the schools in Chesapeake are Purple Star certified. So all of these pieces of information I'm referencing have to deal with school transition support. So the Navy also has a program where we aim to help new students feel warm, welcome, and a part of our youth centers. So this is called the Youth Sponsorship Program. We have 3 major components, and the first one with outreach, identifying youth and providing them information and opportunities before they arrive. Then we have our newcomer orientation, and then the peer-to-peer piece, where we connect youth who are currently attached to the installation with incoming youth. So this is very, very important for students to feel connected and know someone when they start school. So the youth sponsorship program is very similar, or I should say the student-led transition program is very similar to our Navy youth sponsorship program. Deployment support is the second core service. And at SLO, we work in partnership with our school counselors and assist with providing resources for the deployment support groups and military clubs. We also work in partnership with our fleet and family support centers. We're fortunate to have 8 fleet and family support centers right here in the Hampton Roads area. And you can get lots of information, resources, relocation and deployment support, counseling, life skills, and more. So SLOS can connect you with those fleet and family support center specialists to make sure that transition is nice and smooth, and that when a service member does go on deployment, that they are supported. They also, at this time, the Fleet and Family Support Centers are providing the majority of their services telephonically, but you can get information by going to www.ffsp.navy.mil. And go back for a moment. Another resource for deployment are our military and family life counselors. They're known as the MFLEX. They offer telephone and video non-medical counseling. They also provide free and confidential counseling to our service members, Department of Defense civilians, their families, and survivors. We also have MFLEX based at our child and youth programs. So at our CDCs, the Child Development Centers, and our youth centers. So there's always support by connecting with one of the MFLEX. They help manage stress and changes at home due to COVID-19, adjusting to deployment and reintegration, preparing to move or adjusting after a move, and much more. So currently for Chesapeake Public Schools, we have MFLEX at Greenbrier Primary, Greenbrier Intermediate, Cedar Road Elementary, Grassfield Elementary, and Hickory Elementary. So you can, if you have children at one of those schools, you can reach out to the principal to get information on how to make a telehealth appointment. That's what they're calling it now. But if you don't have a child at one of those schools, you can reach out to Military One Source anytime, 24 hours, 7 days a week at 800-342-9647, or you can simply visit militaryonesource.com. So our next core service, Command, School, and Community Communications. We like to say that we speak school to our military and we speak military to our schools, just to make sure everyone understands each other and we all stay connected. So you may not know that Chesapeake has a military family resources page on their website. The link is listed right on the page. I should say on the screen, there's the link. And if for information on any of our Navy Child and Youth programs, so any of our CYP programs, or to request a youth sponsor, or learn about our many MWR events. MWR stands for Morale, Welfare, and Recreation, and we have lots of family-friendly programming all throughout the year, all with the goal to keep students engaged and connected, especially during those times of deployment. And it's just an awesome resource for our families. But you'll see the website address on the screen as well, www.navymwrhamptonroads.com. That link is specific to NSA Hampton Roads, but you can get information from information on all of the installations right here in the Hampton Roads area, as well as throughout Navy Region Mid-Atlantic. So another resource for our families is tutor.com for military families. This program provides online and on-demand academic support, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and they offer more than 100 subjects for grades kindergarten through college students. So I'm really excited to share that tutor.com/military is expanding their eligibility. So to help alleviate the academic stress being experienced due to COVID-19 disruptions, eligibility for tutor.com for U.S. military families has been temporarily expanded. So online tutoring and homework help is now available at no cost to any adult or child in a DoD civilian or active duty, National Guard, Reserve, or Wounded Warrior military family. So this includes service members, civilian personnel, spouses, and college-age children who are enrolled in a college or professional development courses, grades K through 12 children who are now navigating at-home learning, and ROTC, NROTC, and DO Service Academy cadets. So this is huge. I encourage everyone to go to tutor.com/military to get additional information and check your eligibility status. Tutor.com, they tutor students in so many different areas. This is just a quick snapshot of some of the areas, but trust me, there's a lot more. And when you go to the website, you can see everything that's available for tutoring. Here are a couple of resources for military kids. The Military Kids Connect, an awesome website with deployment support activities. They have lesson plans for teachers. Lots of good information on this Military Kids Connect. Military Child Education Coalition has professional development workshops for parents. They have lots of webinars that parents can engage in, and information on scholarships and just a myriad of information. Military One Source, again, that's the one-stop shop for all things related to military life. Military One Source is the organization that I mentioned earlier, responsible for the military and family life counselors, the MFLEX. But they have lots of other resources dealing with transitions, deployment, and as well as counseling. So our fourth core service, homeschool linkage and support. We're finding that many military families are choosing to homeschool their children just for continuity of curriculum and knowing that you can pick up the next day where you left off the previous day. So many of our youth centers, they're not utilized during the day because children are in school. So our homeschool parents, they utilize our youth centers or gymnasiums several times a month to support their activities. So you can reach out to your SLO for information on their homeschool resources. Partnerships in education. Basically, this is the military's opportunity to give back to the schools through volunteering. If you are a service member yourself watching this and would like to be partnered with a school, reach out to me. And I am happy to connect you to one of the school principals who would love to have your command support for their students. We have lots of different volunteer opportunities throughout the year, so there's always an opportunity to connect with our students. Post-secondary preparation. Basically any military connected scholarships available. When they push them to the SLOs, we push them out to the school counselors so that they can get that information to the students. So any information that we get, it goes straight to the school counselors. And also we put that information in our plan of the week or the information that's shared with our service members. Special needs system navigation. The SLOs work to help parents who have children with special needs navigate the special needs system, connecting you to resources and information to support your children. One of those resources is called PETSI, Parent Educational Advocacy Training Center. And basically PETSI is a statewide nonprofit where they work to empower families in Virginia with tools and information to become better advocates for their children. Their focus is on students with disabilities. PETSI offers a variety of services to their families, including individual consultations through in-person, phone, and email interactions, as well as training opportunities for families and professionals, and an extensive resource bank that allows PETSI to get families what they need in a timely manner. All of their services are free to families. We're very fortunate to have 2 military outreach and family support family support specialists here in the local area to help serve. So you can go to PETSI, go to their website. It's listed on the screen, PETSI.org, for more information, or you can call the number that you see on the screen. So the Military Interstate Compact. This is legislation that addresses educational challenges that military children encounter due to frequent relocations. It provides for the uniform treatment of educational opportunities as students transfer from one district or state to another. We're very fortunate all 50 states have adopted the Military Interstate Compact, and you can go to the Chesapeake website, the Military Resources page, for information on some of those, some of the of course. I'm sorry, my husband just walked into the house, kind of threw me off on what I was saying. But you can go to the Chesapeake Public Schools website for more information on the Interstate Compact and its provisions. So here is a page with all of the Hampton Roads SLOS information, all of their contact information. We have a SLO for Norfolk Naval Shipyard. Of course, I'm the SLO for NSA Hampton Roads and the Northwest Annex. JEB Little Creek Fort Story, Naval Weapons Station Yorktown, Oceana Dam Neck, Naval Station Norfolk, and then our regional SLO is also right here in the Mid-Atlantic. He's at the Norfolk Naval Shipyard, Mr. Christopher Hendricks. So this is my contact information, my phone number 921-5876, and my email address, tiffany.n.johnson@navy.mil. And I believe that Lisa's gonna put that contact information in the notes so that you can contact me if you have specific questions. So the last slide I'll just share, and I think this will lead right into our next segment, is that tomorrow is Purple Up for Military Kids Day. As you know, April is the month of the military child, and we're very excited that April 22nd is the day that we can show our support and post pictures to any of our social media accounts using the hashtag #PurpleUpVirginia. So let's show our support for the strength, the service, the sacrifice of our military-connected students and all of their many contributions. Remember to wear purple tomorrow. So I'm gonna stop sharing my screen at this point and turn it back over to Lisa.
Thank you, Tiffany, a great job. And at this time, I'd like to turn it over to Elena Trott for a special presentation.
April is the month of the military child.
This is the time we recognize and celebrate you, our youngest heroes.
You are role models to your classmates, your siblings, your teammates, and so many others.
You are leaders in your schools and communities, and you excel academically.
Whether you have lived in Chesapeake your whole life, or whether you just transitioned to our area this school year, we hope you recognize the significant positive impact you have on your school.
With more than 80,000 military kids living in Virginia, and over 7,000 of them here in Chesapeake, it's important that we understand and appreciate the service and sacrifice our military kids make every day.
You bring a wealth of knowledge and experiences to our schools, and you demonstrate daily what it means to serve your family and your community.
The dandelion is the official flower of the military child.
It represents your ability to put down roots in many places, bloom wherever you are planted, and demonstrate strength and resilience.
Join us as we celebrate Purple Up for Military Kids Day.
To support and thank our military kids and recognize their many contributions.
Military kids, we salute you for your strength, your courage, your commitment, and for serving right alongside your parents.